Hi, I'm Scott Willison, owner of the Confluence Fly Shop in Bellingham, Washington. Today we're going to tie one of my summer staples. I absolutely love swinging soft hackle flies for trout. This is one of my favorites, just a basic soft hackle fly pattern. It's designed to fish just subsurface, really works wonders in the evening during caddis hatches, and is as most soft hackles, just a joy to tie. I love tying these things. I'm starting out with a Tiemco 3769. This is a standard nymph hook in a size 12. I usually tie these 12s, 14s, 16s, and down. So we're going to start by just starting a little bit of a thread base on the hook, and then we're going to tie in our material for the body. For this body, we are using Brassie sized Chartreuse ultra wire, and I am going to tie that on top of the shank. We're going to go right back to about where the barb of the hook is, and then start our thread back up. Now I'm trying to minimize bulk on this fly, so I didn't do a thread underbase. I want to keep that wire from sliding around and getting out of position, so we're just going to coat those thread wraps with some brush on super glue. Before we wind this up for the body. So we'll just go hand over hand, and I'm going to do touching wraps of this, just like you would on a copper john or a Brassie or another wire-bodied nymph. We're going to go about 3/4 of the way up the hook shank here with this. You can get some really neat looking flies too if you do this with a couple different colors of wire. But we're going to keep it simple today and just do the one. There we go. We got our body done. We'll tie that off. Any thread will work for this. I've got a Danville Chartreuse 6/0 in right now, but I have to do this with 70 Denier Ultra thread as well. Alright, so we've got our abdomen done. For a thorax, we're going to put a little dubbing ball of just Peacock Ice Dub. This is going to give the fly a little bit of additional sparkle. And I think an important feature on the soft hackles too is to have a little dubbing ball in the thorax that's going to help kind of splay out your hackle and get it to move a little bit more in the water. So we're just going to twist this on and just build up a nice little ball of thread. I might have more dubbing than I need here, but we'll see where we get with that. Yeah, I did get a bit extra. We'll just kind of pull that away, and I like to leave that nice and buggy with pieces sticking out and such. For the hackle, we are going to use just a natural Hungarian Partridge hackle, or soft hackle. And I think a key feature in getting your soft hackles the right proportions and not overdoing it, I really like to strip one side of the hackle. You'll notice the feathers got a natural curve to it. When I tie this in this way, I'm going to be wrapping away from me, so I'm going to strip the far side of the feather so that it lays nicely on the hook. And actually, we're going to tie it in tip first, so we're still going to do the far side, but these feathers can be somewhat fragile, so you got to be careful as you're stripping the fibers away that you don't just pull the whole thing apart. And then just to save myself some trimming down the road, I'm going to go ahead and snip the tip of this feather off, so I've got just a tiny little nub to tie it in by. Take a couple wraps to get that trapped into place. Now we're ready to wrap our hackle. Now, if you don't own a pair of hackle pliers, you will shortly after beginning to tie soft hackle flies. These feathers are short, there's not a lot of stem to grip. You're going to want something to help you grab that feather stem. And then I'm just going to very carefully wrap this around to form my hackle collar. So I've got 1, 2, and I think I'll get maybe a half turn. We'll go 2.5 turns. I'll do 2 to 3 turns on these, but keep them sparse. They look a lot better in the water. I see a lot of soft hackles that are just way too full out there. We're going to get in there and snip that excess stem. And then we got a few fibers facing forward. We'll kind of sweep everything back and just form a neat little head to finish the fly. Go ahead and do a whip finish. And there you go, a really simple wire-bodied soft hackle, great for swinging for trout in the summer. Soft hackles are wonderful. They look like all sorts of different things. You can vary the color of these as you see fit to match your local hatches, and there's something beautiful in the simplicity of both tying and fishing these flies. So I enjoy it quite a bit myself. Anyway, thank you for watching, and please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can get all the materials to tie this fly and others at the Confluence Fly Shop in Bellingham, Washington. Thanks, and we'll see you on the water.